Howdy, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm getting a later start here, so I'm not sure how long this stream will be, but I've been tinkering already. I've been testing out some barcode stuff. So I found this library. The only problem with this library right now is it's Apache 2.0, and I might have to find something that is MIT. But I think it was also dependent on one of those other libraries I found, if I can find what it said. Thought I actually had it open. Let's see. But I digress a little bit. So to recap, my last stream, I've been working on getting the contacts working so that you can actually pair with someone. So, you know, if you're in person with someone, you can share contact information, but none of it's working yet. But a large reason none of it's working yet is, for one, we didn't have the ability to share QR codes, which I now have this in here, which that changes the QR code. So this is from last stream. That should change each time this is loaded. Although, is that changing? Yes, it is. Okay. It's sometimes hard to tell if a QR code is changing, but I find if you watch like one little corner near one of these like square, I forget what they're called. I've read this before looking up QR codes, but they're like positioning blocks or something. So if you look at that and then you reload it, you can tell if the pixels around it are changing, and then it's pretty clear if it's changing. So like those pixels look a certain way, and if I close and refresh, I can tell that they look different. So even though if I was trying to take in the whole QR code, I might not be able to tell, especially without them side by side, but just knowing what the last one looked like in that little area makes it easier. In any case, the last stream, I got this QR code working, which is sharing a dash address. I think right now, let's see. That's bigger than I was anticipating. That's what she said. So let's clear that and open again. So what this is sharing right now is this address. Maybe I should actually log that itself. That would be good. Let's do that, so then it's a little bit more clear. Share wallet. Oh, that's why I'm not showing it. But it should be easy enough for now. So because that is being loaded in here, and I think I reset this to just HTML. I suppose in QR SVG, that might be a good place. Let's go to there. Why isn't that working? Come on, go. That's very irritating. I don't know why the quick linking is not working, but I believe that is this one. Is it this one? I think it was. So QR SVG is that. It does create and show QR. Oh, that just wraps it automatically, which I'm doing that separately. Okay, so QR, SVG, that is fine. And what we want to log, I believe, is the data. Yeah, so the data. Suppose we could log both, but let's just say console.log say QR SVG data. Now, if we refresh, so the first one, it tried to load already, but we haven't specified any sort of wallet information in that yet. So it didn't work, but this one should. There you go. So now it's at least outputting the link right here so I can show you this QR code represents this link here. See, zoom in a little more. So that's what it's representing, is that link. But eventually, instead of this link, it will represent something more akin to this. So to shift back to what I was saying in the recap is we got that built yesterday or in the last stream. It might be, I don't know. I don't know what day it is. And what I've been working on right now is getting a scanning QR code option working. And so let's go back to main here. And in main, I've got this stuff. So if I enable this, I was actually having some issues with it. No, I forgot to do something. Whoops. A moment. Okay. All right. Now I've done what I meant to do. All right. So part of what I was testing is we also need a way of scanning. So I was testing out this code off stream and kind of just tinkering because I wasn't sure how it would work. But if this is not MIT, I'm not sure if I can use it in this project. So it might be a moot point. So I'll allow that. And there you go. So right now, it is just scanning and scanning and scanning. And because I've already got that framed out, it's scanning the QR code I've already printed out. But it was for essentially this address already. I had also added that so that this is how it would be used in reality is it gets loaded, it scans. As soon as it finds a QR code, it stops the scanning process. So That seems to be working. Well, it's obviously working in this instance, but when I was initially trying it, for some reason I couldn't scan a QR code on my own screen with it. It wasn't until I printed it out, so I'm wondering if something funky was going on there. But that's working for now, so but I might also want to test out, let's see. Since I do think we need to use MIT, it might be better to just do a straight up barcode detector, even though it doesn't have great support. Although that's crazy. So these have been implemented in Edge and Chrome since 2020 and 2021, and then in Opera, but not in Firefox. Huh. That surprises me, Bart, that Firefox hasn't implemented any of this. Hmm. Oh, let me get some music going, shall I?
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world. Roger, General. We're entering Corneria City now. All aircraft report. Falco here. I'm fine. This is Peppy. All systems go.
Flippy here. I'm okay.
Check
What?
the diffuser system.
That's irritating.
Open the wings. Here they come.
Okay.
Everybody stay alert. It's quiet. Too quiet. I'll check it out.
Maybe, can I use? No enough.
I see them up ahead.
It is not supported according to can I use either. That is bizarre that it's been semi-available, but still experimental for so long. Huh. Available. That is even more weird. So on Android, it is full-on supported Opera, Samsung Internet. So it's more or less fully supported in more Android type of browsers. Not on iOS though. Yeah, this isn't going to be a great option. I would love to use it, but you can't use it on iOS, and you can't use it in Safari, and you can't use it in Firefox. I don't think it's going to be a great option. That's the other thing I've heard of is this shape detection API.
I'm on it. Let's back up the squadron.
Native high performance barcode detection support. It would be great if
There's one more to go. I'll go it alone from here. Never give up. Trust your instincts. All aircraft report. Good going, Fox. Okay, I'll admit it. You did good, Fox. Fox, we are in your debt. Roger, General.
so it's not a browser standard. At least not yet. Is not W3C standard, nor is it on the W3C standards track. Please note that under the W3C Community Contributor License Agreement, there is limited opt-out and other conditions apply. Our code detector works with JavaScript, but not with TypeScript. Oh, I'm okay with that. TypeScript's awful. Code scanning is dependent on ZXing library. So, ZXing is also Apache 2. Licensed works, modifications, and larger works may be distributed under different terms and without source code. This is something I look into every so often. I read up on, but because it's not like a tangible thing, it's hard for me to like commit it to memory. It's not like tied to an actual skill I can use. For me, I need to be able to use it. So just reading about something and then having no way to apply it, I just don't remember all the specifics of how licenses can cross over and all that stuff. But if this is just on top of ZXing already, I'm wondering if I should just use ZXing, because it was one of the things I was considering. So what's usage look like from ZXing library? QR code, data matrix. Meter. Have an examples directory there. So QR camera. So code reader comes from there. Code continuously. Unload code reader, browser QR code reader. Get video input devices. Okay. This really looks like it might be just as easy to use this as it would be to use HTML QR code. I'm not sure what this library actually adds. But let's look at package.json. It does have one dependency. So oddly enough, this one has 0 dependencies, which we can see if we go in here. There are dev dependencies, but I'm wondering now where it's getting the code for the ZXing stuff. Zebra crossing, I think. Zebra crossing. scripts, maybe? I don't know. Third party? That would be it. Okay, so it just has a hard copy of ZXing.js in third party. And I've already installed this, so I tested this a bit. But what I noticed is even though there's this ESM and ES 2015, because we're not using a transpiling step, these actually include other libraries, but because they don't include the JavaScript extension, this fails. So all of these fail. So I tried to use just the individual libraries and all of them failed. So I had to resort to just using this pre-minified version that has everything included. But it also apparently has the ZXing stuff included. However, this is what I'm wondering about is even though it must have ZXing included in that bundle, it had some issues with scanning barcodes when I was first testing it out. So where we need to use this is we've got this request thing and you get a scan a contact card there, and also new contact, you get this. So I need to implement a dialogue like this. And since that is the case, because I suppose I've shown a little bit of what it looked like, but I would rather contain it. Right now, this is just straight up hard code tested inside of the main JS and not restricted to a dialogue. So I would like to restrict it. And with that in mind, I think it's worth maybe copying one of these. Maybe I'll just copy that and I'm gonna say, let's see, scan. What was it called here? Scan a contact. Alright, I'm actually just going to call it scan rather than scan QR. So with scan, see, scan a contact card. I'm just going to say scan a contact. Scan a contact. Let's drop that. And we definitely want this still. This might be worth doing as the footer. But for now, I think I'm just going to delete the button. And let's see. Might be worth just dropping this like so. And I probably haven't included that upload icon thing yet, so we need to come here. Upload simple, I'm guessing. So copy that. And G sprite. And what's it called again? Upload something or other. Upload. Simple. I might just call it upload. Don't need that. That. Or that. And we do need this. So there, there, there. Okay. And instead of splitting up the QR icons, I'll move it up here. So now we've got the upload one, and if we come back here and we say icon upload, and I think it was 40 for all of these. Okay. And this is where we need to go back to move that out of the way. So in main here, we've got all of this. I think we can cut that and move it into here somewhere. Not out here, but just temporarily as I figure out where to put it. So we'll need something like that. Actually, it may be worthwhile to do this instead of in the footer. To remove the footer and actually put it in here with field set, because often these things, these drop fields, are connected to an input file upload. So I might need to add that. So I'm gonna have it like that for now. And if we're doing that, we can probably leave this one defined up here. But this would need to come down. Let's see. So I would need to break this again. And I think wrap it like so. And return. That's not going to work. I can tell you that already. And howdy to everyone watching. Feel free to say hi or ask any questions. Introduce yourself, you know. Or just lurk behind the scenes. Okay, so this won't work because reader isn't added yet. So what I actually need is a way to got handle submit. I need something like handle open or something like that. So I probably need to come in here to dialog. And we've got what? Handle change. Handle close. So something similar to handle close. I suppose we'll just make a handle open. Or maybe handle render. That might make more sense. Gonna say render. Then I don't know if I need all that. I probably don't need that. Okay, so handle render we will call inside of the render function, probably after this. We will say state.handle render. And probably need to add state in there. And what are we doing with these? Do promise, resolve, reject. No. So There's really no reason to have this external. Right now it's small enough. Maybe if I needed to pass it around more, but let's just drop that there. And might also be able to be a little more tricky. Let's see. So oh, that's interesting. I don't think you can have an ampersand in an ID. That's probably invalid. I might need to check on that. That is what I was suspecting would work. So replace all. Let's actually do that. Do that. Then refresh that. And whoop, handle render is not a function. You're not a function. Edit shared profile. Whoops. Guess it's not the worst thing. It annoys me having a double underscore, but that's completely valid as far as I'm aware. So instead, we need to come back in here to dialogue and... Oh, I know what we're missing. Events.render. Okay. There we go. And back to scan. Events handle render. Okay, so if we do and contact rig. Oof, this file's getting long. Okay, so error. Main app is not defined. Scan 14. Oh, derp. I think I know why. That's why. Right there. Reader not found. Ah, that's right. So maybe I will need to move these. Into here. And this is, I got sidetracked from this. It's why I was looking at the dialogue. Something like that. And I was going to take that here. And let's see. State, slugs, dialogue. Actually, let's... Maybe we want this one. I think this one is shorter, if I recall correctly. Slugs, form, reader. We're gonna want to take that. And I'm right here. Your account is not defined. Huh? Oh, derp. I think wallet would just be wallet here. Okay. And, well, it's showing something. Didn't scan anything, though. Let's look. So, form, field set, scan a contact reader. Right, that's there. Scan a contact reader. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I'll copy that for now. Come in here and say that. Handle, scan, render. I'm actually going to move it down so that I can do this. Okay. handle contacts update. And this is showing though. So it's showing, but handle render didn't run. Should have run, shouldn't it? Handle render. Not really using those right now. I might just comment them out for now. Oh, not that. Comment them out. I don't think that position change should change that. Oh, wait, derp. Okay, I get it now. It's not being handled in an event. You know, there's on close for dialogue. Maybe I should look up that first. There might be an on open for dialogues. Let's do dialogue element. Maybe I should have done that other one, dialogue. Alright. So events, cancel, close. Okay. So there isn't an open event. Okay, but that is why handle render doesn't have that. If we eliminate that, then you don't prevent default. And then in here, let's see, we don't include that. Okay, this might work. Well, it didn't work, but it did something different, and that's progress. It blew up in a new way. HTML element with ID scanner reader not found. Really? Oh, derp. Had it right the first time. Probably because this first time it's not there. Let's see if that solves it, or at least breaks it in a different way. Hey look, it broke it in a different way. Oh no, it didn't break it at all. It just worked. Okay. And it even scanned. Look at that. Okay. Progress. Let's, instead of closing immediately, let's come back here, and we're gonna leave it open for now, just so you can see it working. I mean, we're gonna need to see it working, so we'll need some other way of loading past this. So disable that for now, and let's see, refresh. And there you go. Now it's loading. And I will shift it around a little bit. Let's see. Look at that. It's no longer in the right squares. Boom, it's green again. Okay, so there we go. staying up, but it's not designed fully yet, so I've got to get it designed better. And as you can see, this is just logging and logging and logging and logging and logging and logging. So what would be ideal is if we get the result, we do trigger actually I want to test this out real quick. So I don't want this to keep running like that for now. I'm going to do that stop, but I want if decode text dot includes, say, dash colon slash slash. We're gonna stop it. Okay, but before I do that, I'm gonna move this sheet of paper that out of the way. Okay, let's refresh, and without the barcode being centered, it should mostly show the table. But it's not continuously logging, so I think it... Let's see. And look at that. Okay, that did work. That's what I was hoping for. So it opens it up. It's not just always showing that unless it comes in. And then if it does include the URL, which this will need to be expounded upon probably, but this is decent for now. I mean, we might even want to do that or something like that, because if we come back to here, so Pool AJ86 had this defined where dash colon xpub for one example, but up here it's the URL, so that would be this wallet.incubator.dev or contacts blah blah blah. So we would basically grab the current URL, so we would check for that. And the other option was this, where it's dash colon question mark xpriv. So there were what, a normal URL that you would expect just accessing a website, a dash URI with a question mark xpriv, and then this one was even different. It was no question mark but xpub. So given given those options instead of the slash slash, you know, I swear I've seen one of these with the slash slash. Oh, right there. Okay. So searching for that should be sufficient for now. However, we'll also need to test for a URL at some point as well. And Yeah. For now, this just verified that it opened up, and as soon as it saw, it showed the camera, but then as soon as it saw the QR code, it ended, and we could trigger something with that where maybe we do a submit or something. I think we should be able to trigger a submit if we have access to the form, which we should have access to the form, I think. Maybe. Essentially, we'd want to trigger the handle submit so that then we could pass along the information. So it would probably be worthwhile for me to get this other stuff laid out. I got started so late here, I got distracted investigating this stuff without starting a stream, which I should have done all of this on stream. I'm already kind of at the end of my day. So even though I've only been working about an hour on stream here, I've actually been working for probably more like 6 hours now. So I don't know if I have it in me to finish this right now. I also want to do a little more testing, and like if all that, or if most of what this scan app, where is it? HTML5 QR code is just wrapping this zebra crossing. I might want to just eliminate. Oh, what I started to look into this, didn't I? So this had one dependency, TS custom error. But since we're not really using TypeScript, I wonder if that's a mistake on their part, including that as a dependency and not a dev dependency. Suppose I can attempt installing this and see. Ah, dang. It does the same thing. It doesn't include the file extension. So I won't be able to use those either. I think I might have to use the UMD. Maybe? Yeah, I think I need to use that one. Oh, so from the video file, not from the camera. That's kind of cool that it can do video as well. I suppose it makes sense because the way you do the camera is also through the video element, I think. Or maybe it's a canvas element. Video. I was right. Camera does video as well. And so I guess it can just as easily scan a QR code from a video as it can in image. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it's that useful for us, but kind of cool. All right, yeah, I wanted to get more done, but I'm not gonna get it done right now, so I'm gonna wrap up here for now. I've got a little bit more working, so we do have this dialog, at least temporarily loading, that does scan a QR code, and we can verify that. So it's not a fully functional thing, it's not fully designed, but it's at least a demonstrable example of things. So yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, sayonara. Thanks for tuning in. Please consider liking, following, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Miss anything? I don't know. Smashing that like button, all of that good stuff. It's much appreciated, and I will catch you all next time. Probably in some hours here, but I'll have another stream today. So, all right, catch you all later. Bye.